Thank you for coming back to my channel. Join me as I clean this kitchen like really quick while meal prepping at the same time. Currently it's 10:15 in the morning on a Monday. I have work at 12, so I'm about to make something really quick. I'll show you what I'm going to make. So I went to an international market and I bought me some salmon and I was like, oh, that's something that I can eat. And then I'm going to make some jasmine rice. So I'm gonna make those two things and I'm going to clean this kitchen, okay? Oh God, okay, let's get into it. So if you ever used a rice cooker, you have to know that this little pot is so stubborn. Like it was so hard to clean this thing. So sorry about the like drawn out clean here. I'll be using about 2 cups of rice and then I think 4 cups of water. I don't measure it that way. I actually measure it by eye and you'll see what I'll use. So yeah, I'm just cleaning the rice right now, just trying to get that first layer of residue out and then I will get it started. So the way I prepare perfect jasmine rice is I use the tip of my finger, that very first line, and I make sure that the water hits that line right there. And that's how I know I've added the perfect amount of water. And then, of course, I use my handy dandy rice cooker. So right before I get started with the jasmine rice, I make sure to add a little bit of salt. This will give it a nice little flavor when it's done. Now with the push of a button, it should take about 25 minutes for it to be done. So what I'm gonna do is just get finished with this cleaning. Oh my gosh, this kitchen. The funny thing is that I have a dishwasher and I choose to wash dishes by hand. I don't know why when I was so crunched for time, but honestly, it's therapeutic to wash dishes. Like, does anybody agree? I just love seeing soap and water. I love seeing something dirty and then it's clean. It's something about that before and after effect. those are gonna be my seasonings for my salmon meal prep for the week. I'm gonna use a little bit of salt. I just sprinkle a little bit of salt, okay? I'm not overdosing on salt. I use a little seasoning salt too. I'm gonna use some crushed red pepper, just for a little bit of spice. Ooh. And wow, that's hard as a rock, so I won't be using that onion powder. Now, this is weird, but I like something sweet with all my meals, so I'm gonna use a little bit of honey. It's just pure honey from Kroger. I mean, Food Line actually. Oh, I'm gonna use my extra virgin olive oil to fry the garlic and the onion. Ooh, you know what? I'm actually gonna use some sweet peppers for some color. I like things to look pretty, so I'm gonna use this sweet pepper. It's not spicy at all, so it's frozen. I'm gonna melt it a little bit. To be honest, in the kitchen, I get a little creative. Sometimes I don't know what I'm doing at all, but I know that I like salmon and I want it to be seasoned. So I'm gonna, even though I'm crunched for time, I'm about to take my time with this. So I am about to heat up the oil, the extra virgin olive oil. I'm gonna keep that on a low heat. While I'm doing that, I'm going to season my salmon. Onion, like the fresh onion, the fresh sweet pepper, and the fresh lemon and garlic will add a lot of flavor, but I want it to sit with the salt, the red crushed pepper, and a little more seasoning salt. Actually, let me do that in order. So salt. This is a sprinkle. I'm not ODing, okay? Do not come for me. I'm sprinkling that. I'm using some seasoning salt, and it actually says 25% less sodium. Okay, don't come for me. This is gonna be so light, okay? It might look like a lot from your perspective, but I swear it's just a sprinkle. All right, and then I'm gonna do the crushed red pepper. And my jasmine rice is cooking in the rice cooker at the moment, so that should be done in about 20 minutes now. All right, I'm gonna drizzle some honey on it. Don't judge me, okay? But I want it to be a little bit sweet. Okay, so I drizzled some honey. Okay, so that's just gonna sit. That's gonna sit. Now, I'm going to chop up my onion. My onion is chopped. I'm going to put that in the olive oil. It's actually hot right now. It's on a low heat, and I just want my onions to get transparent while I'm cutting up the sweet pepper and the garlic, because garlic burns rather quickly, so I'm going to get my onions in there first. I actually want to give you guys a view, so one second. So you have the onions sauteed on a low heat. I'm actually gonna turn it down a little lower while I'm cutting up my other peppers here. So I have my sweet pepper and my onion, and then I'm going to do a few slices of onion. Sorry, this is totally a lemon. Okay, I'm gonna do that. All right. I have my orange sweet pepper chopped up, and I'm going to be placing that in with the onions that are currently sauteing and just getting a little bit transparent. Now I'm going to take care of the garlic. Alright, so I have my garlic chopped up. I'm going to add it to the onion and the orange sweet pepper. Chop up thin slices of lemon. I'm gonna add these 2 slices of lemon. It's a thin slice. I'm just gonna add it to the pan that's sauteing with the onions, the sweet pepper, and the garlic. And then I'm gonna add a sprinkle of salt to that whole concoction I have here. And a little bit of crushed red pepper, just for more spice, okay? And I wanna smell it in the kitchen. I wanna smell it in the room. All right, now I'm going to grab my beautiful piece of salmon head. And to be honest, I'm crunched for time, so I'm gonna cut this salmon in half and then only cook about 4 pieces. Alright, so this salmon is stubborn, so I gotta get some scissors and right, so I'm gonna cut the salmon in half. I'm gonna cook the thinner piece and then put this one back. I'm gonna wrap that up and put it in the refrigerator so I can cook it later when I get back from work. Actually, I get off at 9 today. I'm not cooking when I get back home. I'll figure it out. So I'm going to wash these scissors just so I don't contaminate anything, along with the knife. Okay. So I'm going to cut up the salmon here, and then I'm going to show you how my vegetables are doing, and then you'll see how I add it. So I was actually able to cut this into 6 beautiful pieces, and I'm going to add that to my mixture of vegetables that are sauteing right now on the stove. I want you guys to see that.